is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We got some breaking news coming out of Houston, Texas. The Houston Texans have decided that they will be benching Davis Mills, who has been a quarterback for the last year, trying to see if they have something in the future in him. And it looks like that story comes to an end as he will be benched for Kyle Allen, who will be starting versus the Miami Dolphins. We're going to quickly talk about what that means for the Dolphins and why we should not overlook this move. Now, before we do, this stream is brought to you by Mojo Sports. Mojo Sports, the link is in the description of the video. Make sure that you click on the QR code if you want to download Mojo Sports, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of Mojo Sports, this Kyle Allen move is a lot bigger than people think. Kyle Allen's stock with this news has already shot up. This is a guy who has 17 starts in the NFL. One thing that people need to consider with Kyle Allen is the fact that in his 17 starts, which is actually a complete season, this guy threw for 4,300 yards in those 17 games. That's a full season. That's a comparable quarterback. 4,300 yards. That's telling you he can throw the ball. He's not a slouch. He's not a guy that you just overlook and be like, oh, this is just going to be the easiest thing ever. 4,300 yards means that he can deliver the ball where it needs to be. And that is something that many should be concerned about, especially with our secondary being banged up and our secondary continuing to give up yards after yards after yards. This is one of those sneaky moves where we don't have a lot of film and a lot of study on a guy like Kyle Allen. The game plan has already been inserted, and right now the Dolphin staff should be scrambling, looking at Kyle Allen film, saying to themselves, hey, what do we need to know about this kid? But again, he has 17 starts and has thrown for 4,300 yards. And that is telling you we're not dealing with a bum. We're not dealing with a slouch completely with him coming in this game. We don't see it. We knocking them boys off. Yeah, we should definitely destroy this team. But I'm telling you, I don't want any, new quarterback, miracles and things like that. Y'all know how it goes. That new quarterback get in there, he balls out for a week, and next thing you know, there's this cow fever going on for 3 weeks. That's definitely what we don't want to deal with. All right. TD, remember the Mills over Tua talks? Yeah, and Mills got even more of a shot. But again, man, it's hard to compare quarterbacks sometimes when they all in different situations. You think Davis Mills has remotely close to what Tua has in Miami? Not at all, man. Not at all. So we shall see. Kyle Allen, Josh Allen, equals trash. Yeah, but listen, man, I'm telling you. But I will say this: when it comes to Mojo Sports, I don't know. This is a tricky one. Kyle Allen might be a guy who you want to invest in just to make some money because he could actually come out there and light it up. I mean, like I said, man, y'all got to really think about it. 17 starts, which means he has a season under his belt worth of starting. 4,300 yards. And that's just as a young guy playing in this league, starting early on last year with Washington. He's put up some yards, man. Again, 4,300 yards. He's no slouch. When you got quarterbacks playing 17 games, putting up 2,800, 2,900, that's when you're like, oh, trash. But this guy's gotten in that 4,000 yard range. So that's something that we need to think about and consider and not just overlook. And obviously, the coaching staff feels that this guy gives them the best chance to win over Davis Mills. Obviously, they feel he gives them the best chance to win over Davis Mills. So I'm telling you, I don't think that this is just going to be that type of pushover type situation. But again, Miami, we are the superior team. We should go into this situation balling out, taking care of business. I just don't see us losing to Houston. We losing to Houston. I'm going nuclear. I'm going off on everybody. It just wouldn't make any sense. But time shall tell, man. But I think that we get the easy W this Sunday. But this is something that the coaching staff definitely going to be worrying about. But yeah, this is your breaking news. Kyle Allen will be starting for the Houston Texans. Outside of that, I ain't got much for you. I will be talking to y'all about some other stuff today. Never underestimate the competition, TD. I don't underestimate the competition. A lot of people around me underestimate the competition. I'm just waiting for, I guess, December to come. That's the real test. I'm just waiting on December. That's when this team, we're going to find out who this team is in December. It still kills me that everybody think they know who the team is after playing all the bums in the league. It still kills me. Everybody feel like they know what this team is after playing all the bums. No, we're going to find out who this team is in December. When you got that gauntlet sitting in front of you with those 6 games, 2 division games, 3 games is just going to be tough overall. And then you, let me remove this. And then you're going to be dealing with Green Bay. That's the only one I ain't worried about, but you never know, honestly. You better not lose them. But those are the games that will make or break this team. We're sitting on a high right now. Rightfully so. We took care of business. But at the same token, December is all that matters, y'all. December and January. All this other stuff, people trying to hype it up and make things more than it is, we'll find out in December. And we better make sure that we don't crash and burn. We better make sure they're showing us TD just the defense got to get right. They're not showing us that. I mean, come on, y'all. Let's just use logic for a second here. It's like TD, like me. I know how to play basketball. I ain't no NBA talent. I ain't no college talent. I'm just a guy that can go to the park and play some good basketball. I ain't no special talent, right? But so I go to the park and maybe, I'm a 7 out of 10 at the park. I ain't all that, but I'm getting buckets. I'm playing defense. I'm making plays. I'm a 7 out of 10 guy. So, but then I go to a elementary school and I dominate like I belong in the NBA. And y'all gonna sit here and say TD's showing us he belong in the NBA? Come on, man. Let's use just that little bit of logic real quick. There are rankings for a reason. There's a reason why the Lions have the worst defense in the NFL. There's a reason for that. And it ain't because of the offenses that they playing. It's because they trash. But we want to sit here, the offense is showing us. They ain't showed us nothing. They will show us something when we play in December and January. Those are some really good teams, some competitive teams, some good defenses. But come on, I'm sorry, I can't keep on going down this road and people getting mad at me because I'm not sold on the offense and all that when we have played some of the worst teams in the NFL. Literally. TD, don't ruin the honeymoon phase. Bro, it was never a honeymoon phase. Don't live in delusion. Take it for what it is. Be happy for the win, but sit back and say, but we need to see them quality wins so we can truly appreciate it. Don't just chase after any feeling of gratification. Y'all got to stop that. It ain't a honeymoon phase. Y'all trying to make it one. Ain't nobody ruining no honeymoon phase because it was never a honeymoon. It was fortune. You know, we were fortunate to play who we played. We were fortunate to have the level of play that we played. And you know what? When it matters most, December and January, let's see if we can play the same way. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, like I said, man, we'll see in December and January because all these people that got the opposite of opinion, we go into December looking like bums or the offense go back to scoring less than 20 a game. Then what you gonna say? Man, Mike McDaniel is changing up the play calling. I don't know why he being more conservative. He ain't being conservative. He running into a real team. Come on, man. Again, I'm not taking away no honeymoon phase. I ain't trying to take away. At the end of the day, the Dolphins went out and did exactly what they were supposed to do as a good team. Well, they did it once. Waxed the sorry team, which they did against Cleveland. And we almost lost them other ones in large part to the defense, by the way, because they struggling. And that's why I'm more concerned than anything. I'm concerned because if our defense continue to struggle, these other teams that play better defense, and this is the point that I'm making. Here we go, put up over 30 points versus the Lions, and we think we're supposed to put up the same 30 against the Jets, San Francisco, and all of them, who have top D. We think we're supposed to put up the same points against the top 5 defense that we put up against the number 32nd ranked defense. This is where people just automatically just lose me. This is where Dolphin fans lose me. We put up 30 points against the last ranked defense. We should be able to do that against the top 5 defense. They're top 5 for a reason. There's rankings for a reason. And look at some of the top defenses. The Jets, the Patriots, San Francisco. We got to play these 3 teams. Buffalo, when they safety come back, and I think this is finally the week he'll be back. They've been waiting forever. They took him off IR 3 weeks ago. So that's what's shocking that he ain't played, but now he'll be back. And their defense is still legit. So we'll see. Chargers will be tough. Yeah, I mean, they'll be tough too. You know, I think we'll beat the Chargers though. But it'll be a tough game. But if there's a trap game, that could be it. Everybody want to keep talking about, the Chargers, Herbert. But Herbert's still coming out here putting up almost 30 a game, 28. It's that defense that be giving it all up. So again, I'm one of those people, all of these things that everybody praising right now, if we can do it in December and January, then we're a real team. We're a legit team. We are a legit team. We can do it in December and January. I just can't sit here and be all in and be all sold on this team because we beat the Lions. Really? We beat the Bears. Really? We about to beat Houston. Really? We beat Pittsburgh. Really? And struggled with them, by the way. I know there's one more team. I ain't even mentioned it right now. Oh, wait, hold up. Somebody else. But yeah. Um, we still not better than the Chiefs, but being second is not bad. Uh, we ain't better than the Chiefs right now. Um, let me tell y'all something about Miami. In my opinion, Miami is the type of team right now. We're better than a lot of teams, and we're also not better than those same teams we're better than. I could see the Bengals beating us on any given Sunday, and I could also see us beating the Bengals, even though they beat us already. But I'm just saying, I could see them beating us, but I could also see us, if we play our best football, we could beat them. But again, it's a matter of playing the game. I'm going to be honest with y'all. If the Jets switch to freaking Flacco or they get some good play out of their other quarterback, White, that can be a tough one, man. Ain't no guarantee. Patriots, they could sneak and get a victory if weather permits it. Straight up, Patriots can't beat us. But if we deal with a situation versus the Patriots where we're in inclement weather and you can't throw the ball, we're screwed. We're screwed. Green Bay is at home. We should murder them, man. If we lose to them, man, I'm a nuclear again. Nuclear again. One more. Yeah, Green Bay, I'll go nuclear again. Let me see what else. Who else we got? Chargers, man. We on the road. Weather shouldn't be an issue, but that road game, being down there 2 weeks in a row, a little lull. You know, I feel like that's the trap game right there. That's going to be the scary game. That's going to be the game that if the Chargers win, all that talk about Herbert going to go right back over Tua and all that crap. So we'll see how that goes. In San Francisco, that's the dog. That's the dog in the room. That's the one everybody worried about. Believe it or not, y'all, I actually starting to feel like we're gonna beat San Francisco just because everybody's really concerned about them. I feel like that's the game that we actually win and we feel so great. Like, imagine beating San Francisco and we feel like we're the best team in the league, and then all of a sudden the Chargers beat us, Jets beat us, Patriots beat. Man, that'd be so. It ain't gonna happen. But one thing I will tell you, we will make the playoffs this year. That's what's important to me. That's what's important to me. We will make the playoffs this year. I don't care how it happened. Beating this, not beating that, losing to this, winning to that. We're going to make the playoffs. If we don't make the if we don't make the playoffs, y'all, I want y'all to just think about that sentence. If we don't make the playoffs, and that ain't gonna happen, but imagine that. 49ers are zone defense. Well, Ashton, Tennessee's a zone defense too, but it's different. They run a different type of zone. So all zones aren't created equal. Okay? The difference is teams like Tennessee and teams like San Francisco, they don't run as much high zone. You know, the teams we've been playing, the Lions and all of them, they'll have safeties 25, 30 yards behind the line of scrimmage, like deep, deep. Oh, you feeding her? Tennessee and San Francisco, they safeties be 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage. So you know all of the intermediate passes Tua just throws in a spot. You know all of what they say he's anticipating and all of that. I'm telling y'all now, Tua's been a spot thrower. He knows, hey, Tyreek's supposed to be here at this moment. The safeties are high, throw it there. It should connect. Anytime somebody bumps Tyreek off the line of scrimmage, that's when it's an incomplete or it's too far ahead or whatever it is. Tua's throwing in spots. And I ain't gonna lie, it ain't a bad situation unless, you know, you get into man or shaded coverage. So my thing is they're gonna take away all those spots. Teams like Tennessee and San Francisco. When those safeties are literally 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, they're sitting right where you want to throw it in that spot. And you got to get rid of that ball quick, especially with their pass rush. That's the issue with teams like that. So now you get that high safety look. If for some reason they really fear Tyreek and they 20 to 25, 30 yards starting at the beginning of the play, oh yeah, we'll eat. We just stretched out their defense. We took them out of what they like to do. But teams like that typically don't do that. Teams like that typically don't do that. So they're the type of zone team that plays it tight, and the only way you can beat them is deep, but you got to have enough time to throw the ball, and that's why they invest in the pass rushers they got. They get organic pressure with 4. So our O-line is going to really have to hold up. Our O-line is really going to have to hold up if we're going to have a good chance at getting some of them deep balls on them, because you can have them as long as you can protect long enough. You can eat against them as long as you can protect long enough. Right? TD, I want to go into the Bills game tied so we can claim our first place spot. Definitely. Not me. Y'all keep on playing with fire. See, that's that cocky talk right there. That's that dolphin talk, acting like we done been here before. Want to go into the Bills game tied. All right. You know, you go into that game tied and you lose. That could be it. First of all, you won't win the division. Don't look at their schedule. Go look at our whole division schedule. Everybody except the Patriots got an easy run at it, and the only reason the Patriots ain't got an easy run because they ain't played Buffalo at all yet. They got to play them twice. We need to keep winning games and get a lead. That's what we need to do. Not play around and sit here and talk about. Oh, y'all give me 1 second. But yeah, that's my take on it. Oh boy. Let's see what y'all talking about. Deep ball have to be perfect by Tua. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. We living off a lot of false narratives right now. Oh, I thought Tua struggled with the deep ball. He still struggled with the deep ball. Just because he throw Hail Marys and Tyree go up and get him the weirdest way possible does not mean that we're throwing the deep ball now. And truth be told, if you look outside of Baltimore, if you look outside of the Baltimore and Buffalo game, what deep balls have we thrown? I want y'all to really think about that. If you look outside of those 2 games, what deep balls have we thrown? We have not thrown. I mean, we've had like 3 weeks in a row where we've thrown no deep balls. It's just all been intermediate, which is taking what the defense gives. But this is why I say these narratives are far-fetched, and they have small sample sizes. They have small sample sizes to them. At the end of the day, everything, time tells on everything. But I love the situation that we in, though. I love the situation that we in because it either makes us or breaks us. Bye, Vinny from Hawaii. Yeah, you from Hawaii. We know why you feel the way you feel. Peace out. People feel like the truth is negativity. Is that not a fact what I said, y'all? Let me know in the comment section, yes or no. Have we thrown any deep balls outside of those early games? And it ain't like it's an issue for us. We winning. That's not a bad thing, but have we thrown any deep balls outside of them first few games? Please let me know, yes or no, in the comment section. Have we thrown deep balls outside of those first 2 games, first 3-4 games? In the Bengals game, y'all already know. I don't even want to talk about those deep balls thrown. So these are all facts, but you want to say I'm so negative. I'm just giving us a real, bro, you sit here and listen to the national media talk about, look at how Tua's ranked in the deep ball. We ain't thrown one in 5-6 weeks. But we talking about rankings in the deep ball? This is what I'm talking about. The national media, they have actually wisened up. Instead of giving their real takes on certain people, they say, hey, it's actually more profitable. It's more profitable. We got a fan base that's so crazily delusional from Alabama where we just should show all the good and praise all the even if it's only one time it was done and it's 100%, let's praise it and we're going to get ratings. We're going to get ratings.
And you leave the door open.
Oh, I'm beyond satisfied with what we're doing so far. But what I'm trying to say to y'all is they feeding off of your emotion right now, trying to sell to you something that ain't really been proven yet. We're going to prove it in December and January. And when we do, you're going to hear a guy like me sit here and say this team is truly legit now. Now you could actually say this team is legit. Because if we don't do it in December and January, all y'all going to have hush mouth. You ain't going to say nothing. Matter of fact, you ain't even going to show up. You're just going to sit in your little corner or in your little circle trying to make excuses for why it ain't what it is. So we'll see. Ayuk is a good player. That December 4th game will be fire. Yeah, you're right. I can't wait for it. I want to see how McDaniel operates against his former team. That's what I'm interested in. You know, the coach across the other side of the field knows all your tendencies, what you like to do. I want to see how you react to that. Hill did turn into a jump ball and slot receiver. Well, yeah, you're right. Tyreek Hill is, yeah, you're right. But he's still doing a little bit of what he was doing with Mahomes on some plays. You know, Tua, whenever the ball. Man, I ain't realized I was muted. My bad, y'all. I was talking that whole time. Hold on, let me update something. All right, there we go. But yeah, we blew San Francisco out a few years ago. Half of their team was hurt. It was the first game Jimmy G came back. But do y'all remember why we blew them out? Does anybody remember? And I can guarantee you we won't do that in this game. Where my Dolphin fans at? Tell me, why did we blow them out? Come on, I'm waiting. Just one Dolphin fan. Tell me why we blew them out. We was doing something then that they wasn't ready for. We ran the ball. That ain't why we blew them out. Thank you, Scar 305. That defense. We were running zero blitz like 22 times in that game. That was the game where we ran zero blitz like 22 times. Where the next week, the coach was like, man, I watched the film. They ran zero. And I ain't talking about show zero. We sent the zero blitz like 22 times. We had sack fumbles. We had interceptions. We did them dirty. It was all on the defense. The defense like scored twice almost. We put the offense in scoring territory like 3 different times. We sent that house. But then we ain't, if Byron Jones ain't here, we ain't got the personnel for that right now. We ain't got the personnel for that right now. Let me ask y'all this. Y'all always talking about, oh, if they man-to-man against Tyreek and Waddle, ooh, they in trouble. You man-to-man against Ayuk, Debo, and Christian McCaffrey? What you think? What you think that is? Aaron Kittle? That's a recipe for disaster. Ayuk, Debo, Christian McCaffrey, And Kittle, that is a recipe for disaster. You zero blitz them you want, them screens going to the house. Mike McDaniel ain't fit, man. Mike McDaniel will slap Josh Boy in the head if he said he better run zero blitzes on 2nd and 15. He better run zero blitzes on 3rd and 20. He gonna run them when they get a penalty. Ayuk ain't all that. Who gonna guard him? Who gonna guard Ayuk? This is what I want to understand. Who gonna guard Ayuk? Please tell me who's gonna guard Ayuk. Because I'm trying to figure out who X guarding, so I can tell you if Ayuk gonna get shut down. Who else? Who gonna guard the other guys? Somebody said Noah. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Oh man, let me tell y'all something. This game right here, Christian McCaffrey, he's gonna be the guy you got to worry about. He's gonna be the guy that's eating this whole game. And I'm talking about receiving the ball, catching the ball. Christian McCaffrey is the guy that you're gonna have to worry about more than Debo and Ayuk. Just the game, he's probably gonna have a huge game. Yeah. Anyway, man, listen, man, I'm gonna come back to y'all at some point today. We're gonna chop it up, do some Q&A. I want to keep talking to y'all about some of this stuff, see where y'all head is and what y'all think. But this TD FinStalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. I can't wait, man. It's easy. Just take care of business in December and January, and it don't matter. All this quote unquote, bro, why don't you believe you being negative? Well, let's see in December. All right? Love y'all, appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all later today. Peace. I'm out.